Well, hello everybody, good afternoon. It's Thursday, so here we are going live and for the love of dragons. For those of you that are new or haven't met me before, my name is Araya Anra. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, life coach, and guide with the dragons. I am a dragon. I wrote a book back in 2007 about working with them energetically, how to connect with them, and I do all kinds of things with book clubs and programs to get you connected, whether it's the energy work session or one-on-one or a group with the book club or a group with a deeper dive like the Eye of the Dragon program or a live activation. We've got a trip going to Tibet here September 5th to the 18th. I'm getting pretty excited about it. And I've got some great questions. I like to come live every week and answer questions that I get because you guys are having experiences and you're not sure where to go with it. And my job is to give you tools to really broaden your relationship with the dragons. That's really what it's about, to anchor you in that, to open you to it. Hi, T and Marie. And so I like to come and answer your questions, and I know that you're not the only one asking or that would benefit from the answer. So that's why I address them on the lives, and it makes it super fun. So I had two really good questions last week. One from Adriana, and she wanted to know, why do some dragons ask to merge with your energetic body heart to heart? So if you think about the way of the Dragon Heart program, if you are first and foremost a dragon, which maybe you haven't woken up to I know it's gorgeous outside. I have to be outside today. It's just too beautiful. And I love my garden, love my flowers. I don't know how many dragons love their flowers, but I'm definitely one that does. Even though I'm a water dragon, I love to be in the garden. So why do they want to connect heart to heart? It goes down to their connection with you. And if you get to the place where you really start to feel and understand that you are a dragon, my belief is that many of us here, our first and foremost incarnation was as a dragon. Hi Willow, good to see you. And so in that journey towards ourselves, towards unifying and merging with our full light body as dragon, that can't happen until we merge heart to heart with them. And so there's a real deep heart connection, and all of your guides, if you can open your heart and connect to the energy. Hi Sophia, nice to see you. If you can merge with the energy that they are bringing in, it opens so many more doorways. So that's why they want to come in and merge with your energy body, because it's bringing in a healing, it's bringing in downloads and codes, it's bringing in openings, especially within the heart space, because most of humanity's biggest challenge is being closed off in the heart space. It's shut down, it's in so much fear, it's closed off in many ways. And so the greatest gift they have is their experience and their energy. And when they can merge into your body, even in part of it, I tell you what, the dragons don't mess around. They are all about efficiency. They don't shortcut, they don't leave anything out, but they do really make things happen quickly because they have the energetics to be able to do that. They have the capacity with the frequencies that they carry and what they hold for this planet and for us to go in and make rapid change. And so even letting them merge, if you're worried about it, if you're fearful, you might have some beliefs that they're connected to reptilians, and so you're fearful of like getting that close to them or letting any being into your energy body. So one, examine that fear. Hi Melinda, I'm glad you're on because you're getting a mini dragon reading today. So look into that fear. Do I not want to connect to them? If a dragon is asking to merge with you, what is that from? Is it make you nervous to have any being merge with you? Find out where that is. Ask for the truth of it. Ask for that to reveal, because guaranteed it's a very old memory wound that is just blocking you. And if you would even allow, you can allow, whether it's an angelic being or a dragon, you can allow even just parts of your body to merge with them. So ask them to come in through your hands so that you can experience and feel it and see how that opens up even energy channels in your hands, especially if you're a healer. So know that moving into opening heart to heart, it's a good thing for you. Learn to trust it. And if part of your resistance is, ooh, I'm worried about reptilian stuff taking me over, because a lot of people are very fearful of dragons, and not a lot in this group, but it might be triggering some of you. They are not actually reptilian. There are reptilian races. A lot of us have cellular memory of that takeover, those battles. We were there, we watched it. Hi CJ, good to see you. Hi Liz. And if we go into that place of realizing that actually the dragons are more closely related to the avian species, just like the dinosaurs are, then we start to realize like, whoa, it's a totally different field. And then your memory's open to actually having those encounters that put you in fear of reptilians. Well, we always feel the dragons come in. Usually you will, because the frequency is so strong. It depends, I guess, on how sensitive you are. But you can almost always sense something. I get a lot of head to toe tingles when I'm getting confirmation or an energetic hit of something's present. So just start paying attention if you're feeling energy of, all right, how am I sensing it? How am I picking it up? And especially asking if you've invited a dragon in or you feel like there's one around. All right, touch my body. Let me feel how you interact with me. Let me see what that's like. So my second question this week was from Shakya, and I'll make sure and tag her in this. But her question was, is there a relationship between the fire dragons and the active volcanoes on the planet? She's, I think, close to Sicily, so Mount Etna there, which has been active for a long time, and wondering if there's a dragon in that area. Guaranteed there are dragons, fire dragons, in every active volcano on the planet and in every inactive volcano on the planet. So yes, they're very connected. They are running through the core. It's like the bloodlines of Gaia, right? All of those channels for the lava, the magma. Hey, and they're fantastic, Shaki. I'm doing your question right now about the volcanoes. You must have like felt me moving towards that. So if you imagine Gaia's consciousness and the planet is a living being, and the arteries and blood flow of the water and the fire, much like in our own system, there's beings that run through it. There are beings that help manage it. On such a big being, it needs a lot more management, right? So yes, there are guardians in the volcanoes. There are also much larger dragons associated with some of the magma areas in the crust. Hi, Sandra. There are the two large fire dragons, the male and the female, that are part of the Dragons of Mu. One sits under the western coast of North America, that's the male, and the female sits in through Bali, Indonesia, up into, I call it the spice zone. It's very interesting that she's fiery and she's in the spice zone. And up through Singapore is where her heart is, and up through Burma and that direction. So they're all connected. They're quite active, and you know, when a volcano blows, it's not necessarily to cause damage or to create something. It's releasing pressure, right? And it's helping move energy in another way. And so yeah, just tune in. If you look at, we've had some beautiful photos posted lately, and I know I shared some from another place that someone had showed them to me. That was a private group. But some of the Agung volcano down in Bali photos, and even the ones I've seen some from Sicily, actually, Shakya, where you can see the plume of smoke when Krakatoa blew last year. If you look up the photos, and even in Mount St. Helens, when you see the big plume of smoke and the ash, you can see the dragon's face in it. You can almost always find the dragon's face, especially in the early part of the release. You can just see them coming up and out. Just like in the sky, we see a lot of dragons in the clouds. There are predominantly air dragons, but they're not all air dragons. They are using the clouds, so when they're, like if you see them in the trees, if you see them in water, if you see them in a stream or a rock formation, they're using the elements around you to connect with you so that you can see them. They are merging through those elements. Some actually live in those rocks or in those mountains or in those regions, but like the ones in the sky, they're using the mist and the elements of the clouds to gather around and connect to you so that you can see them. It's a way that they communicate. So love these questions. Thanks you guys for bringing them. Keep bringing them, because this makes it so much fun for me every week to give you the information that you want. And that's what we're going to be doing in book club, which is coming up again. I know a lot of you out there have been in book club. We've had several rounds already. The next one is July 24th. It's going to be Wednesdays this time. I'm shaking it up. So 6 weeks in a row, July 24th to August 28th from 11:30 to 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. It always fills up, but we have discussions like this for an hour and a half every week for 6 weeks. And then we get to do a guided meditation, which I tell you what, everyone says it's way more than a book club, and it is, because that discussion triggers so much opening for you. The field of energy with 10 of us is exponential, and then we go into a guided meditation that's based on the energy flow and the dragons that are present that day. There's no standard format to any of the work that I do. So yes, isn't my garden beautiful? Thank you. I worked very hard in this garden for a lot of years, and now it just does its own thing. All I have to do is pull the weeds. Anyway, going into the guided meditation, it brings a lot of transformation very quickly, because that's how the dragons work, and they are coming in specifically for that group of 10 that comes together. And it always sells out, so if you're curious about it, interested in it, let me know and I'll get you on the short list to be notified for one of those first 10 spots. And if you're looking for other ways to get connected with the dragons, oh my goodness, we got an activation trip to Tibet, we've got the book club, we have a workshop coming up in France. I fly Monday to Europe. Woohoo! I can't believe I haven't done a workshop in France since 2011, 8 years. So I'm very excited to get back over there and do one near Lyon, is where it's going to be. I'm doing a sound healing concert in Barcelona, if anyone is over in that region, with Rosa Puerto. She's a beautiful crystal ball toner and energy healer, and we work together magically. So I'll be toning and bringing in the dragons. We're going to have a lovely evening. We've got a good crowd gathering already for that. And then I do one-on-one sessions and 12-week programs. So if you're looking for a way to expand yourself, you can do privates, you can do groups, you can do a book club. There's everything available for you. And I'm just about to release, they're in final production. I know that I'm not dragging my feet, but the sound production and the book production, all that has been a little slower than I was hoping. Like some of them are supposed to be ready in early May. But there are going to be guided meditations, more of them coming out on the website. I'm starting with an elemental suite. So 4 guided meditations with the elementals. You can do them individually or as a package set. And then I've got the book coming out in print. You guys are going to be excited about that, because I get requests for it all the time, and I tell you what, it's going to be beautiful. It's full color all the way through the book. It's got incredible dragon imagery, and I am just beyond excited to have it released, and that's very soon. It's getting the final cover stuff taken care of before we get out to the printer, and I will announce that as soon as I can. So last and but not least, Melinda, I hope you're listening, because you've been on my list. I have a couple more names that I'm going to go through over the next couple weeks. And then everyone else who's wanting a reading, instead of taking a list of names, I'm just going to honor those that come on the call that have not had one before. And whoever shows up on the day I'm doing readings happens to maybe win a reading. It's not a win, it's a gift from me. And if you're here and haven't had one and I have time, that's when I'll offer them. So I'm not going to take names anymore. But Melinda, you are on there, and I'm going to go ahead and tune in for you on which dragons are working with you right now. So I can feel a gray and blue dragon. So it does feel like it's in the water family, but it's not quite a direct octave of water. It feels almost, gosh, I want to say a side shoot, but let me just tune in if the gray is coming from metallic or emerging with some of the intergalactic energies. Yeah, there's emerging there. So this is interesting. It's beautiful. Feels like a male, Melinda, working with you. Let me see if I can get a name. He's one of these jokers. You guys know how these are. Sometimes they, especially the males, they seem to like to choose a sort of funny or interesting, or what they find interesting, human name. So I was hearing Horus, but he's saying more Horatio. Horatio would be a way to call him in. And Horatio has a very exotic flair to his personality. I would say almost like I would envision like a Mediterranean or like that Latin blood that has fire and dance in it, even though he's a water dragon. And it's this very, it's loose and flowy, almost like, you know, how you swing your body if you're doing the salsa. That's the type of energy flow he's in. And Horatio is here to help crack your heart, actually, Melinda. That beautiful, loose flowing energy he carries and is surrounding you in it in order to get that kind of flow through your heart space. loosen it up, to rock it from side to side, let it flow like a beautiful swaying dance with salsa, where you've got the rhythm and you're just letting your body go. So that's what his field is all about. It's about really surrendering into what is coming into the heart space and just dropping into it. So for me, I'm sensing a real strong visual with this, just like dancing. If music comes on that is a specific rhythm or beat, my body can't do anything but dance to it. So if that hits a chord for you, Melinda, may not be the dancing, but that type of activity that you know is in your life that just makes you almost swoon and want to just flow with it, that's the energy field that he's got around you right now, because you've got some stiff walls in your heart space, and that's that water dragon lineage. He feels like he's coming in sideways because he's got this gray aspect, but it's because he's bringing a little bit higher frequency punch, and the gray is the punch part of it. The gray is the I don't want to say stiff, but almost like putting a real impetus or an emphasis behind this flowing loose energy. And so he's bringing in that from a little higher frequency than the elementals, and that's where he's coming in with that merged. And yeah, it's beautiful because there's these rigid walls in your heart, and he's just ready to use your body in your own flow and rhythm to break them down. And it's about trust and surrender into that process, listening to your heart and letting it flow. If dancing is your thing, let it start there. So dancing always helps loosen us up to yeah, absolutely. You know, we had a great time at the Montreal workshop. One of the things we did on the second day was actually to dance your dragon. Once they went in and activated some things in their body, we came out, I brought them out and we danced their dragon, and it was really powerful for all of them. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any questions or you need information about the workshop, the book club, Tibet, the next program. The next Eye of the Dragon program is probably going to start January 2020. That's my 4-month deep dive into the dragon initiations. But I've had a lot of candidates showing up already. So if I have a group of 6 or more by October, I will start it early. So those of you that are interested in that, some of you are on this call today, ladies, from the previous book club, let me know, because I'll get to the application process so you can start just getting the energy moving towards that. Because if we have enough, like I said, I'll start it early. All right, so you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you next week. I will be in Barcelona, getting really ready for that, excited. And I will probably try and go live if I can get a signal from Valencia. I'm going to be doing one of the activations that I do with the grid points around the globe. I will be in Valencia, Spain next Thursday, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th of June. And I'll try and go live from there to tell you about it when I'm done. So have a great week. Always good to see you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.